Dear Scorpios, July 2025 is your month for profound financial transformation. Your powerful ruler, Pluto, will create unprecedented opportunities during this period to reshape your material world. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete overhaul, allowing you to release outdated financial patterns and embrace an entirely new level of abundance. Prepare for a powerful renewal that will open doors to resources you may have only dreamed of. This is a time to look within yourself and understand what truly drives your financial decisions. As we've discussed, dear Scorpios, July 2025 is not just another month on the calendar, it's a pivotal turning point, a true quantum leap for your financial world. This is when Pluto, your ruler, begins a deep restructuring of your entire material reality, freeing you from outdated financial scenarios and opening portals to abundance you may have only dreamed of. To understand how to best utilize this powerful energy, let's go step by step through the key dates that will mark your journey to prosperity. The first and one of the most significant dates, setting the tone for all of July, is July 1st, 2025. On this day, a truly unique astrological event unfolds in the celestial arena. Venus, the planet of your values, personal finances, and what brings you pleasure, forms a powerful conjunction with Mars, the planet of your energy, initiative, and will to act. This fusion occurs in one of the deepest, most intuitive, and emotionally rich zodiac signs, Cancer. Imagine these two cosmic forces, one responsible for attraction and harmony, the other for assertiveness and conquest, uniting in a sphere that holds paramount importance for you, Scorpios. Cancer isn't just about home and family, it represents your roots, your sense of security, your emotional sanctuary, your personal refuge where you recharge and draw inspiration. It's an area of both your vulnerability and your greatest strength. When Venus and Mars meet here, they activate your deepest potential for creating and multiplying wealth through the lens of your most innermost needs and emotional attachments. What does this mean for your financial strategies and decisions? It's an unequivocal call for you to be guided not solely by dry figures, market trends, or analyst advice during this period. Your primary financial tool at the beginning of July becomes your own unique emotional intelligence. For Scorpios, known for their perceptiveness and ability to see hidden motives, this is especially relevant. Your famous intuition, which often breaks through logical barriers, will now be operating at its peak power when it comes to money. You will sense where true opportunities lie and where there are only fleeting illusions. Allow yourself to listen to this inner voice, to this subtle feeling of rightness or wrongness about a financial step. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a real astrological mechanism that will help you avoid mistakes and find your golden opportunity. Your emotions, your feelings, your deep desires related to the comfort, security, and well-being of your family will fuel your most successful financial endeavors. Forget the stereotype that emotions are incompatible with business. On this day, they are your most valuable asset. The deeper you connect with your true needs, the more soul you invest in your financial decisions, the more powerful the universe's response will be. The practical aspect of this Venus and Mars conjunction in Cancer is incredibly valuable. It's an ideal time to direct your financial flows where they will not just grow, but take root, yielding long-term fruits. Think about investments that strengthen your home, create comfort and security for you and your loved ones. This could be anything, from a major renovation that transforms your dwelling into a true palace of comfort and a personal fortress, to the purchase of new real estate you've long dreamed of, perhaps even a country house where you can find peace and solitude. Or it could be more subtle, yet equally significant investments, setting up a home workspace that allows you to work more productively and comfortably, investments in a family business where every family member feels part of something larger, investments in children's education and development, which is the most valuable capital, or even the purchase of art, antiques, creating collections that not only bring aesthetic pleasure but also become reliable assets passed down through generations. The main thing is that these investments are driven by genuine emotions, a desire to create something solid, reliable, and truly enjoyable. Remember, money invested with love and care for your personal space and family returns to you not just doubled, but multiplied. So, Scorpios, on this day, July 1st, ask yourself the most important question: are you ready to discard old patterns and trust your inner compass? Are you ready to let your intuition, your deepest feelings, become your main advisor in the world of finance? Because it is precisely this step, a step of trust in yourself and your emotions, that will open doors to a level of abundance you may have never before achieved. This isn't just an increase in income, it's a deep, emotional enrichment that will bring not only money but also a true sense of security, comfort, and well-being into your life. This powerful energy, established at the very beginning of July, truly lays the foundation for your new financial reality. It begins to unveil new horizons for your material world, but this is only the first chord in the grand symphony of financial transformation that awaits you this month. Very soon, just a few days later, the heavens will offer you another unique opportunity to expand your financial horizons, but through entirely different, partnership-based paths, where the strength of alliance will bring you unprecedented dividends. If the first days of July, which we discussed, laid a deep emotional foundation for your new financial reality, calling for intuitive, family-oriented investments, then the next key moment of this month, July 5, 2025, opens doors to unprecedented expansion through an entirely different, yet no less powerful, energy. Prepare yourselves, Scorpios, for on this day, Jupiter, the planet of great happiness, luck, and abundance, forms a harmonious aspect while in the sign of Taurus. For you, Scorpios, Taurus holds a very important position in your natal chart, being the sign of your 7th house, the house of partnership, open relationships, contracts, and cooperation. Jupiter in Taurus itself is already a powerful indicator of growth and prosperity in the realm of material resources, stability, and accumulation. And its harmonious aspect on July 5 means that these benevolent energies will flow to you easily, without obstacles, opening opportunities that may have previously been hidden or seemed unattainable. What does this mean specifically for your financial breakthrough? This is a period when your financial well-being will expand not so much through your personal efforts and resources, but through interaction with other people. Imagine a flow of abundance coming to you through reliable partners, joint projects, lucrative contracts, and even through relationships you considered purely personal. This could be a business partner whose ideas or capital perfectly complement yours. It could be a spouse whose financial capabilities or investments unexpectedly yield colossal profits. This is a time when synergy becomes your main financial tool. Jupiter in Taurus emphasizes the importance of reliability, stability, and a long-term perspective. This is not about quick, risky deals, but about fundamental, solid partnerships that will bear fruit for years, perhaps even decades. Look for those who share your values, who are willing to invest not only money but also time, energy, and trust. This is an ideal moment for concluding major deals, forming strategic alliances, investing in joint ventures, be it purchasing real estate with a partner, launching a shared business, or even combining capital for a large investment portfolio. A practical tip for this period: actively seek out and evaluate potential partners. Conduct thorough due diligence, but don't miss opportunities that come to you through others. Openly discuss terms, strive for mutually beneficial cooperation where everyone contributes their unique input. Don't be afraid to delegate and trust, but always insist on clear and transparent agreements. This is a period when your financial growth will directly depend on the quality of your connections and your ability to build strong, trusting relationships. Your intuition, which manifested so brightly at the beginning of July, will also be your faithful guide here, helping you distinguish truly promising partners from those who only make promises. Don't miss the chance to lay the groundwork for the wealthiest period of your life, which will begin precisely through these partnerships. Consider this: what partnerships do you see as promising for yourself in the near future? And while these energies of cooperation generously shower you with new opportunities, remember that for these external gifts to transform into an unshakable foundation of your well-being, deep internal work will also be required to structure, plan, and gain complete clarity on your personal financial goals. Moving further along the calendar of fateful days in July 2025, we inevitably arrive at a powerful astrological event that will demand your maximum awareness and discipline. On July 12, a full moon will rise in the pragmatic sign of Capricorn. If previous aspects invited you to intuitive investments in your home and to expanding partnerships for financial growth, this date is your call to fundamentally reevaluate and structure everything related to your long-term financial goals. A full moon is always a culmination, a moment of clarity that illuminates what may have previously been in the shadows. Capricorn, being a sign of structure, ambition, and responsibility, combined with the energy of a full moon, literally brings to the surface any shortcomings, ambiguities, and perhaps even gray areas in your financial affairs. For you, Scorpios, whose nature is deep and sometimes prone to secrecy, this is especially relevant. It's time to emerge from the financial shadows, legalize your income, and put all your papers and obligations in order. This is not just a wish, it's an astrological imperative for building the incredible wealth we're talking about. True, lasting abundance does not tolerate chaos and unspoken agreements. It demands clarity, transparency, and an unwavering reputation. Imagine you are building the skyscraper of your financial future. Without a solid, legal, and meticulously planned foundation, even the most ambitious building risks collapsing. The full moon in Capricorn is that very moment when you are given a chance to strengthen this foundation. This is an ideal time to sit down and create a detailed, realistic financial plan for years to come. Not just abstract dreams of millions, but concrete steps: how much you save, where you invest, how you manage assets. Pay special attention to the issue of debt. If you have outstanding loans, mortgages, or other financial obligations, this full moon is your chance to develop a strategy for their fastest and most effective repayment. Freedom from debt is not just a reduction in expenses, it's a powerful energetic boost that opens channels for the inflow of new abundance. Debts are anchors, holding your ship back from freely sailing the ocean of opportunities. And, of course, regarding Uranus, one cannot fail to mention cryptocurrencies. And, of course, the question of legalizing income. If part of your earnings is in a gray area, now is the time to think about how to bring it into the legal field. This may require effort and certain initial investments, but in the long run, it will provide you with peace of mind, stability, and open access to broader financial instruments and opportunities available only to diligent market participants. This is the very step that will allow you to sleep soundly, knowing that your wealth is built on a solid and legal foundation. Consider, what specific steps will you take in these days to achieve financial stability and bring your affairs out of the shadows? What long-term goals are you ready to structure and solidify right now? After all, true wealth is not only a flawless plan and clear structure but also the ability to see opportunities where others do not, to feel the flows of abundance, and to boldly follow your intuition. These subtle yet powerful aspects of your financial journey will soon open up to you, offering new horizons for investments that go beyond the usual. So, we have already laid a strong foundation for your future abundance by organizing your affairs and creating strategic partnerships. But the true magic of financial growth for Scorpios in July 2025 lies not only in logic and structure. After you have thoroughly reevaluated and organized your long-term financial goals under the influence of the full moon in Capricorn, the time comes when the universe calls you to trust entirely different forces, the forces of intuition, inspiration, and creative vision. On July 18, 2025, the sky grants you a truly magical aspect. Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Neptune. This is not just an ordinary astrological event, it is a gateway to a world of opportunities that are not visible to the naked eye but are felt by the heart and intuition. Mercury, the planet of thought, communication, and commerce, enters into a deep, resonant dialogue with Neptune, the ruler of the subconscious, dreams, art, mysticism, and everything that transcends ordinary perception. For you, Scorpios, whose nature is already endowed with phenomenal intuition and the ability to penetrate depths, this aspect becomes a powerful catalyst. What does this mean for your financial prosperity? It's a signal that your investment decisions should be dictated not only by dry analytics and cold calculation but also by a deep inner sense and foresight. Your unique ability to see the hidden, to penetrate the essence of things, and to grasp invisible trends will become your most valuable asset. Forget about conventional approaches for a while, now is the time when your boldest ideas and most unusual projects can bring colossal profits. A practical tip for this day, and for the following days, while the aspect's energy remains strong, direct your gaze towards areas where creativity, inspiration, and intangible assets reign. This is an ideal time for investments in art. Perhaps you've long been eyeing the works of a young but promising artist, or antiques that possess not only historical but also energetic value. Think about media projects. This could be financing independent films, startups in virtual or augmented reality, innovative platforms for creative people, music labels looking for new talent, or even publishing houses specializing in spiritual or artistic literature. Your intuition will tell you where true potential is hidden, where the energy of creativity is already ready to transform into material abundance. These could be projects related to human potential development, healing, esotericism, or even charitable initiatives that, seemingly, do not bring direct profit, but actually open invisible channels for the inflow of funds. Trust your inner voice, it will point to opportunities that others simply do not see. However, be careful and do not succumb to illusions. Neptune can be both a source of inspiration and fog. Use your discernment to distinguish true vision from empty fantasies. Now, as your subconscious actively interacts with your rational mind, I want to ask you a question that will help you delve deeper into this energy. What creative projects are you ready to invest in, based on your inner feeling and foresight? And as you ponder how to apply this intuitive wisdom, know that a period will soon arrive when your achievements will require not only keen intuition but also a bright, confident demonstration to the world. The previous period, dear Scorpios, was a time of deep immersion into intuition, where your inner voice and the subtle vibrations of the universe guided your financial steps, helping you find unobvious yet incredibly profitable paths. You learned to trust your instincts, seeing how they opened doors to investments in art, media, charity, or healing practices, bringing not only income but also deep satisfaction. But now comes a moment when the energy shifts, and from introspective searching, we move to a vibrant manifestation of yourself to the world. On July 22, 2025, the Sun, our primary luminary, moves into the sign of Leo, marking a powerful and transformative period that will hold special significance for you, Scorpios. This is not just a change of zodiac season, it's an astrological call to action, urging you to step out of the shadows and declare yourself loudly. For you, representatives of the water element, accustomed to deep waters and hidden currents, Leo offers a unique challenge: to shine brightly, to demonstrate your talents and achievements without reservation. The Sun in Leo activates your 10th house, the house of career, professional status, public reputation, and your most ambitious goals. This is not a time for modesty, it's a time for a triumphant appearance on stage. During this period, your financial luck will directly depend on your ability to self-present and effectively showcase your achievements. Imagine that you are not just a professional but a star in your field. Your knowledge, experience, and unique skills, which you have honed for so long, must now be put on full display. This is not egoism, it is a strategic necessity. The brighter you shine, the more attention you attract, the higher your work is valued, the larger the opportunities become, and consequently, your income. How can you use this powerful energy of the Sun in Leo for unprecedented financial growth? First, it's time to actively promote your services or products. If you are a freelancer, consultant, entrepreneur, or even an employee with unique competencies, talk about yourself, your successes, how you help others. Create or update your professional portfolio, making it as attractive and informative as possible. Announce your achievements not only within a narrow circle but to a wide audience. Second, actively participate in conferences, webinars, and industry events. This is your stage. Give presentations, share your experience, participate in panel discussions. This will not only expand your network but also strengthen your authority, making you a recognized figure in your field. Each such public appearance is an investment in your personal brand, which is now becoming your most valuable asset. Third, pay special attention to creating and developing your personal brand. In the modern world, this is not just a buzzword but a powerful tool for attracting clients, partners, and investors. Your personal brand is your reputation, your uniqueness, what sets you apart from competitors. Develop clear positioning, think through your expert niche, create a professional image on social media and specialized platforms. Let every message, every post, every interaction with your audience emphasize your competence, your passion for your work, and your readiness for new heights. Don't be afraid to be ambitious and declare your goals. People are drawn to those who are confident in themselves and their abilities, who bring light and lead others. This period is an ideal time to reach a new level of public visibility. If you have always dreamed of your own book, course, public speaking, or even a media project, now is the time to act. Your ideas and projects, which you may have long secretly nurtured, are ready to see the light and bring you well-deserved recognition and, as a result, a significant increase in income. Allow yourself to be in the spotlight, because that is where your financial opportunities currently lie. So, dear Scorpios, how do you plan to declare yourselves to the world? What steps will you take to make your talents and achievements shine so brightly that everyone notices them? Remember that the universe always supports those who are ready to act boldly and decisively, and sometimes, to achieve an incredible financial breakthrough, it requires not only hard work but also a willingness to embrace unconventional approaches and step outside the box of conventional thinking. And now we come to the culmination of this truly momentous July 2025, to a date that could become a watershed in your financial history, dear Scorpios. July 28th is not just another number on the calendar, it's a day when the heavens will align in a unique dance that will force each of you to reevaluate your perceptions of wealth and opportunity. On this day, a rare and powerful conjunction of Mars and Uranus will occur in the sign of Gemini, and for you, as Scorpios, this event holds a special, deep significance, touching the very roots of your material well-being and transformation. Imagine, Mars, your classical ruler, the planet of action, drive, will, audacity, and initiation, meets Uranus, the great innovator, the planet of revolutions, epiphanies, sudden breakthroughs, technological progress, and complete unpredictability. And all of this happens in Gemini, the sign of intellect, information, communication, commerce, and incredible adaptability. For you, Scorpios, this conjunction will manifest in your 8th house, the house of deep transformations, shared finances, investments, other people's money, inheritance, loans, and also crises that lead to rebirth. This is your native element, your home of depth and hidden resources, but now it will be electrified to the extreme, ready to explode with new, sometimes shocking, but always revolutionary opportunities. What does this mean for your wallet, for your assets, for your financial future? It is an unequivocal signal to discard all outdated financial strategies, everything that kept you in your comfort zone but hindered true, breakthrough growth. Uranus does not tolerate routine, stagnation, or conservatism. It demands innovation, bold experiments, unconventional approaches, and a complete readiness for radical change. Mars, in turn, gives you the necessary energy, fearlessness, and courage to act decisively, without looking back at fears, doubts, or the opinions of others who may not share your vision. This is not a time for small, cautious steps. This is a time for a quantum leap, for a bold jump into the unknown, which can bring unprecedented dividends. Financial luck on July 28th and in the subsequent period will come to those who dare to think outside the box and are ready to embrace the challenge of change. Forget about boring bank deposits that barely cover inflation, and passive waiting for money to multiply on its own. Your unique Scorpio instinct, which so subtly senses hidden currents, invisible potentials, and deep processes, will now be working at its maximum. Your task is to trust this intuition and direct it towards finding the most promising, yet perhaps the most extraordinary, directions. Pay attention to areas that are just emerging or experiencing rapid, exponential growth. We're talking about investments in the most cutting-edge new technologies, artificial intelligence, which is changing the world before our eyes, biotechnology, promising breakthroughs in medicine, renewable energy sources, shaping the planet's future, and, of course, space startups, opening new horizons. These areas may seem risky, even speculative, but that is where the potential for the exponential growth that Uranus loves and suddenly brings is hidden. Consider investing in innovative startups that offer revolutionary solutions or create new markets. Of course, thorough analysis, deep immersion in the project's essence, and an understanding of risks are crucial here, as not every risk is justified. But Mars in Gemini will endow you with unique mental sharpness, the ability to quickly process vast amounts of information, find non-obvious connections, and make instantaneous, yet well-considered decisions. You will be able to see what is hidden from others and act where others hesitate. And, of course, in the context of Uranus, one cannot fail to mention cryptocurrencies. This is a realm that perfectly resonates with the energy of Uranus. It's decentralized, unpredictable, subject to sharp fluctuations, yet capable of bringing immense profit to those who understand its mechanics. Approach it with extreme caution, study projects, diversify risks, but by no means ignore this phenomenon. This isn't a call to blindly plunge into reckless speculation, but rather an invitation to explore new horizons where your Scorpio intuition and analytical mind will find a gold mine, in a place where others see only chaos. This day, July 28th, demands from you not just a willingness to take risks, but a deep understanding of their nature. Risk here is not recklessness, not a game of roulette, but a conscious step into the unknown, based on your intuition, profound analysis, and an inner readiness for change. This is the moment when you can hit the jackpot if you dare to step beyond the familiar, if you allow yourself to completely redefine your financial paradigms. It is precisely your capacity for transformation, inherent to Scorpios like no other sign, that will enable you to catch this powerful wave of financial renewal and ascend to an entirely new level of prosperity. I want to ask you a question, dear Scorpios, that will help you more deeply understand your inner mindset and readiness for change. What risks are you willing to take for financial success? Ponder this sincerely, for your answer will determine how widely the doors to abundance, which this unique transit opens for you, will swing open. Remember that July 2025 is not just a collection of disparate dates or isolated astrological events. It is a single, powerful symphony of cosmic energies, each chord resounding for your financial transformation and unprecedented growth. Understanding how these chords intertwine and influence each other, how they form a holistic picture of your future, is the key to unlocking your boundless potential. So, dear Scorpios, July 2025 is not just a set of dates, but a treasure map you hold in your hands. Your will, intuition, and readiness for transformation will be the key to unprecedented financial growth. This is a month when you don't just attract abundance, but actively create it, step by step, decision by decision. Remember, your destiny is a work of art, and July provides you with the finest brushes and paints. Embrace the challenge, act decisively, and welcome the flow of prosperity into your life. But that's not all, for behind every great success lies something more than just money.